My usual YouTube videos are about fixing things or building things, but today's video is about building your confidence as a homeowner. March is Women's History Month, and it's a time for us to empower women, to reflect on women's accomplishments, and to do things that will help push women forward in the workspace, in personal development, as parents, as leaders, as decision makers. And I want women that I touch to feel that they can be empowered as homeowners. That this DIY world is not just for the guys, that they have a space and a place and an opportunity to take advantage of all of the experiences that homeownership has, and that they can make the most of it. Because remember, guys, our home is the biggest investment of our lives. And whether you're male or female, whether you have pro contracting background or you've never picked up a tool, we all have a responsibility and an entitlement to be educated on how to take care of our homes. So that's why I'm here. I want to build smart, capable, and confident women homeowners. And of course, you guys are always welcome to participate. I love that guys come to this space and guys come to Hip Chicks, because I asked one of my guy friends once, why do they think I have so many men that watch my videos and tune in? And they said, it's because I don't talk down to guys. Well, I don't talk down to anybody, because the ability to use tools is not a genetic imprint. It's learned behavior. So that's what I'm here doing, is trying to teach people how to do this. The joke is that I teach women how to screw and hammer too. But reality is, I'm just giving you the knowledge, the skill, and the guts to take care of your home. So I have 5 tips that I want to share that will help you get past some of those roadblocks, that will help you tune out some of that negative noise. And I've had my share of negative noise. I've had gentlemen on my page comment that I should go back to the kitchen, that I don't know what I'm doing, that I should leave things for the guys. I've had television producers tell me that if I was 25 and a model figure, that I'd get my own TV show. But I'm too old and not trim enough for that kind of stuff. You know what? We have to say no to that negativity that holds women back, that holds people back, but holds us back from getting what we want done. So let's dive into those 5 tips so you can be a better homeowner. Number 1 is to start small. If you are not used to doing home projects, I don't want you to decide to tackle your bathroom makeover on a weekend. The reality is you're not going to get as far as you thought. So let's start small. Maybe you want to change doorknobs. Maybe you want to try changing a bathroom faucet. You have to remember Rome wasn't built in a day. So give yourself attainable goals that you can actually meet so that it continues to build your skill level. If you set yourself up with something that's way too big of a task and you don't have the right tools or expertise yet, you're going to feel a little deflated. So start off small and then continue to build those skills as you go. When I bought my home 24 years ago, I didn't know a quarter of what I know now. But now I have flipped my own kitchen, I flipped my own bath, I helped build my entire deck. There is really nothing I can't do within my home, but you gotta start small. So make attainable goals and then pat yourself on the back when you've done them. My second tip is don't accept the status quo. If you are really unhappy about something in your home and every time you walk past it, you're like, oh, I hate that. And it's making you feel unhappy. It's making you feel like you don't have your act together because it's disorganized or worn or messy. Take time to change it. Invest in that change that will bring you joy, that will bring you confidence, that will make you love your space more. Because when you start to make those changes where you start to love the home you're walking into, you're going to feel more confident about yourself and you're going to feel more confident about the home that you live in. My third tip involves YouTube. I am all for watching YouTube videos. When I started my homeownership journey 24 years ago, there was no video tutorial to watch. There was no YouTube. There was barely even Google that you could find answers to questions. I had to go to the home center, walk the aisle, find a pro, and ask my questions. But if you're going to use YouTube to help you get a project done today, there are so many resources out there, like Hip Chicks, so make sure you subscribe so you get more videos down the road. If you're going to tackle a project, I want you to watch 3 videos. I want you to see what are the consistencies between the content creators. What do you see them all doing and you're like, yep, okay, this is the solid content that everybody seems to be tackling it this way, so I want to make sure I'm doing those steps. Now, everybody might bring their own little flair or piece to getting a project done, but what are the consistencies? And of course, look for videos that have a lot of interaction, that have had a lot of likes, and those are the ones that you can trust more. See, do they have a lot of other content out there? And decide if this is a person that you want to have as a resource in your back pocket. Number 4 involves asking for help. The most intelligent people on the planet also know what they don't know. So it's important that you ask questions. Now, we all joke that men don't like to stop and ask for directions. And I find that a lot of people don't always feel comfortable asking for directions in the home center. And I want you to push past that. So if you've got a question, say it's a plumbing question, head to that plumbing aisle, look for an associate and say, do you work in plumbing? Do you have a background in this? Make sure that the person you're asking for advice from actually has some advice to give. You don't want the garden department associate to be telling you how to run your electric. So ask what their experience is and ask them if they're prepared to answer your question on X. And bring pictures of your problem. Bring parts in a bag if you can bring the parts. Take photos of what's happening at home and show it to the associate. And be prepared to take notes. Whether you bring paper and pen or you want to just put them into your phone, make sure that you're writing down what they tell you. And if they can demonstrate something to you in the aisle, ask them if you can shoot a little video or take a picture of the parts assembly. This way, when you get home, you remember what you were taught and then you can fully implement it. My 5th tip is for you to remember all that you have accomplished in life. Sometimes we look at new things in our life and we think, oh, I can't do that. I can't learn to dance. I can't learn to play the piano. I can't learn to change a toilet. If you think about all of the things you've overcome, you know, how many of us had dysfunctional family lives growing up? I did. How many of us had to overcome an addiction? Get a divorce. Put yourself through college. Maybe you've lost a spouse. Maybe you've lost a child. Maybe you suffer from mental health issues. There are so many things that every one of us handle on a daily basis or throughout our lives. And if you step back and you go, holy crap, how did I get through all of that? I'm still standing and I'm still smiling. You have more intelligence and capability and chutzpah in you than you probably ever realized. So before you let that project in your house intimidate you, think about all that you've already accomplished and that you can accomplish this too. My last tip for you is directed right at you ladies. I've heard this so many times when women have said, I just don't know where to get started. I'm afraid I'm going to screw it up. I'm afraid I'll do it wrong. Don't let fear get in the way of you getting the home that you want. Use those resources that I just shared with you to get yourself going on that journey in DIY. And I want you to remember this, whether you are a mother or you've chosen not to, or you haven't been able to be, or you're not there yet, women have the ability to bear children and bring a human being into the world. Don't let a toilet intimidate you. Think of the power that we as women hold, that we can bring life onto this planet. This is a porcelain inanimate object that is bolted to your bathroom floor. You've raised teenagers, you have raised children, you have taken care of your parents, you juggle work, family, school, all of that. This you can handle. It's just a flapper, it's just a bolt. You can do this. And if you're interested, be sure to check out my brand new program called the Home Improvement Hero Academy, where I teach women how to be their own hero in their home by tackling all of the aspects of home ownership so they can save themselves money, stress, and time. So be sure to check that out. So I hope that you feel more empowered and take a moment to celebrate all of the power, the strength, the grace, the passion, and the can-do attitude that women bring to this world. So happy Women's Month.